I'm Amanda Pasciucco, a certified sex therapist, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 women's fantasies. Stay until the end if you're interested to learn more about the Inner Aspects method so you can use it at home and get some of your fantasies met and turned into a reality. The number one fantasy that I hear from women for over a decade is definitely celebrities. People who are athletes, actors or actresses, singers or songwriters, people who have fame are often seen as the number one fantasy in women's sexual desires. So if you're interested in bringing this into your bedroom at home, be open to not be envious or jealous if your partner brings up a celebrity crush, and encourage them if that's in your comfort zone. The next most common fantasy that I hear is kidnapping, being taken, being coerced. That sounds scary, yet it's one of the most common ones that I hear. When someone comes up to you, takes you, ravishes you, and then there's no actual harm at the end. You get thrown back into your regular life. So something that's not quite normal. Kidnapping, coercion, and then going back to your normal life, that often can be seen as really scary for some people. However, there are many women, not all, many women who take this and say it's their biggest fantasy. If you've heard of someone who has this fantasy, please write it below so you can show that this is actually quite common. The next most common fantasy that I hear about is some sort of power dynamic, whether that be boss and employee or professor-student, doctor-patient, or something else. Insert a power dynamic and you will definitely hit on the third most common fantasy that I hear about. Something where there's a power differential and there is an excitement that comes from the secrecy, the time constraints, and the fact that you're not supposed to. The risk is exciting. The fourth one that I hear about is romance or making love. And this would be the beautiful music, the rose petals on the bed, candlelight, silk or velour, velvet type of sheets. So this is one of the most common, but not as common as the other 3 that I've mentioned. If you want to try this flavor out at home, this is something that you can do. Light candles, dim lights, make a playlist, get our sex healer playlists if you want more ideas and inspiration, but you can have romance. And that might be what she actually desires and finds erotic. The 5th most common that I see is wanting to be known, wanting someone to approach you and give you pleasure without you having to explain yourself, tell anyone, ask about pressure, or say I'm too tired. Just the person would know the right timing, the right type of touch, and the right moment to ravish you at each time. It's very impossible, yet I tell my couples that it's not realistic. However, there might have been some moments where you saw that that was idolized or glorified in movies, and it makes sense to me. Totally makes sense. However, being given what we want without having to explain it is kind of like asking the other person to be a mind reader. It's not really practical. What is practical is to use the solution. When you go down to the bottom of the description, click on the Inner Aspects checklist. This actually helps you to calibrate with your partner on what role you want, what role they can do, so that you can get closer to a fantasy scene together. You can catch more of me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Sex Healer or at Amanda Pasciucco. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and the bell. I release new videos Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then, and thanks for watching.